Man, the low is when you're 1.5 hours in of your 2-hour open house and not one person has walked through the door.
And you've spent time, you've got drinks ready, you got music going, you got candles, you have created a total vibe. And you're like, wow, party of one, cool. That's usually when I walk around the house and I'm like, okay, let's make some social media. Hey, I'm here at XYZ and I'm doing this open house and you should join me, right?
Right?
Yeah. The high. You know, I love I mean, it's kind of like a busy open house,
Yeah, who doesn't?
but I enjoy getting to have like some really great conversations with people there. So even if there's only 2 or 3 people that come through, but I get to talk with them a lot, I love that. I mean, my open house I had on Sunday, we had 6 people come through, but I had really great conversations with 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that's the people we end up getting an offer from.
Yeah. Well, and I think what I have 10 years in, I still do open houses almost every weekend, sometimes 2 or 3 a day, not 3 a day, 2 or 3 a weekend.
Starting 8 a.m., ending at 5.
But I mean, one reason I do it is because you get to get in front of people and have these great conversations. And I've met some of my most amazing clients at open houses.
Yeah.
And I think the true high is when you meet somebody and you find a connection and you're like,
Sure.
they're like, you're
Yeah.
an agent. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yes, you're my client.
Yeah.
I want to work with you. I love that.
Well, and I think speaking of which, you know, there's this misconception that like open houses are to just get people to buy the house.
No,
But I mean, like, there are a lot of unrepresented buyers, especially nowadays, that go out and look at open houses. They haven't found an agent yet, or they started their search.
I think it's honestly how a lot of people go out and interview
Absolutely.
agents for
Yeah.
the job of being their realtor.
Right.
Because they want to see how professional you are, how you show up. And I think a lot of agents who do open houses really take that for granted. I have a client who's bought 4 houses with me, and they actually worked with me because they showed up to an open house early, about 30 minutes early. I was sweeping because the house was dirty. I was cleaning the floors, and I saw them kind of milling about the yard. And I went and I let them in. I was like, you guys come in. I'm going to finish sweeping here, but if y'all want to walk around.
Yeah.
And they hung out with me for like an hour, and then I gave them my card. They never even signed in, and they called me like a week later. And that was a year, honestly, that was probably like the beginning of my career. And I've sold them 4 houses.
That's great. Yeah.
And they told me, they flat out told me, like, you let us in early, you were kind, you were working hard, sweeping the house, like,
Yeah.
we know how you work, how you operate.
Right. No, I love that. I got two new buyer clients last year from open houses, and it was just, you're right. It was kind of like a pre-interview without an interview, and we got to talk really candidly about the property, and then they were like, hey, no, we really like the way you presented it, and we thought we'd be a good match. So yeah, no, I think that's probably the ultimate high.
That's the ultimate.
Like maybe you get it under contract for your listing, and then you get a new buyer.
There you go.
100%. Yeah.
I can't
Ride that
think
train,
of-
baby.
I can't think of any other low outside of people just not showing up.
Yeah. That's so bad though.
That's a bummer.
I've done that so many times where like I get all excited, prepared, signs up, refreshments, all that, and you're like, okay. Well, I mean, I've learned to refine the way I kind of approach hosting at an open house, because the last thing I want to do is like feel salesy, because sometimes you walk in and they're like, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. Like, hey guys, like welcome and make yourself at home. I have some drinks over here if you'd like. Feel free to look around. Like I'll check in with you. I've had a minute to kind of like get your bearings.
Yeah.
So that way they can kind of feel like, oh, okay, he's there if they need. But
like how do you, like, are there signals you look for if it's a looky-loo or
exactly,
neighbor, or if it's someone that's real serious?
No, well, thank you for helping me get back on track. You can kind of tell based upon when they've had a chance to look around. I'm going to kind of start to ask them some questions about themselves before I'm talking about the house and see how engaged they want to be. Usually if they're a neighbor, if they're looky-loo, they'll be like, okay, I'm just in the neighborhood, I'm looking around, and then it's, kind of a different situation where I'm being there to provide information, but like understanding that they're kind of looking at it from a very surface level.
Yeah. I think, sometimes it's hard to read people, but I think by the questions that people are asking and how engaged they are is how you can tell. And I think it only takes a minute or 2 of conversation to tell if someone's really
Sure.
that serious. So
Yeah.